Welcome back to the channel. We are again not in the shop, which is fine. The shop stuff will come in time. I'm starting a remodel on this, which is our second bathroom slash laundry room. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this wall out, this shower unit out, so we can put a full-size washer and dryer side by side in this bathroom, which we already have. My wife has a Speed Queen set that she is ready to get back in our house. It was in our house that we sold a few months ago, and this stackable unit came with this house. So what I have to do, I'm going to have to create some room by taking this wall out so they can sit side by side. So let's get started. I'm going to try to document everything as best I can. I'm going to say now, I don't want to say it's not the right way to do things, but you never know. I may do something that somebody else thinks, well, that ain't the right way, and that's okay. That's why I call this channel Landon Tries It, because I try things, and I've been doing this for years, trying, gosh, lots of stuff. So that's why I want to document this and to kind of show the progress of what I do, how I do things. So hopefully y'all will stay to the end and we'll see how it all turns out. Next, I'm going to be taking off what you would call your faucet, the mixing head, overflow, all of that stuff. If the names aren't right, I'm sorry. That's just what I call everything. If I can get my right bit for my gun. There we go. And a lot of these come apart differently, so I'm just going to kind of guess at stuff about how it comes apart. Like this will twist off, I know that. But this part, I'm not sure. It's probably, a lot of times they'll have a little Allen screw. I think that's it. Right there. Might be able to see it if I turn the water on a little bit. That looks like it. Whoops. Yes. Okay. There is a little Allen screw in there. I will have to... I don't think I have any in my kit. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take these off. That way that's done. Because these just go on the cover. I'm just taking it loose right now. That way they're off. Go ahead and take this overflow loose. That thing looked like it's been leaking. The gasket's kind of behind the bathtub. Which that may be how it's supposed to be, I'm not sure. But I've got half of it inside the bathtub and half of it, that may be how it's made, I think so. Because it looks like it's got a groove cut in it and it slips through, and this is supposed to come out like this and that's supposed to go behind. And that's okay. So I'm going to see if I can find an Allen wrench and get this mixing head handle off. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I found me a set of old Allen wrenches. They were in my truck. I thought there were some in there. Now it's just finding the right size. That ain't it. None of these may be the right size. Hopefully they are. One of them. There it is. And that's tight. Move. Just so I can see. There we go. That got it. It wasn't necessarily tight, just a little bit stuck. I'm going to loosen that. Just about all mixing heads, especially if they're a single handle, they'll have some kind of set screw, an Allen head. I don't know that I've ever seen a Phillip, but it's just a little Allen set screw. And it tightens up onto your mixing head shaft. Come on now. That don't want to come off. It's just stuck because it's old. But you don't want to get too rough because you don't want to break a water line. If you break a water line, you've got a whole nother set of problems. It's loosening up with me wiggling it. There we go. Ooh. See, it was just kindly corroded. It was just a little stuck on there. No big deal. So I'm going to put my Allen screw back in that handle just so I don't drop it down the drain pipe. Same way with this little rubber plug on the hole. And put my Allen wrench back. Or hex, whatever you want to call it. So now this will come off. Maybe. Looks like it's glued on. Yeah. Oh. My Milwaukee bits are tight in their holder. I'm going to have to get a knife. Yeah, that's glued on. Let me get a knife. My razor knife and see if I can get it. Get that silicone cut back. I may need to put a rug down because I am tracking water everywhere. Okay. Ooh, that's some tough stuff. Well, this kind of stuff, if you take it slow, it normally goes pretty well. See, there's that cover. And there's our mixing head. So what I'm going to do now, I'll have to see. Okay, that has a set screw too. The faucet has a set screw. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have I think it's like a 1/2 inch CPVC male fitting, and they screw on. And that may just be older ones, because I've worked on older houses, newer houses. So that's why you just kind of check and be sure of what you have and what's going on. Of course, I can't see or feel anything at all. That feels like a bigger one. Well, there we go. Take that one all the way out because that faucet feels stuck too. See, just a big old set screw. Oh yeah, there it goes. Oh, I see how it works. That's pretty cool. So this, oh, you can thread this one too. There's threads in there if you want to do it that way. Or you can do it this way. There's like a plastic washer, and then this deal goes in. Then your set screw goes through and tightens everything up. And that there's a black O-ring down inside this. I don't know if I can see it. Let me get it. Maybe you can see that. There's a black O-ring inside that, and that goes around this PVC pipe, and that's what seals it off and keeps water from flowing backwards. It all has to flow forward through this faucet, then comes out here. Well, that's all of that. So now it's fixing to get messy. So I'm gonna clean this stuff up, and then we'll get to the dirty part, I guess. All right, we've got mixing head handle off, shower curtain rod down, shower head off. Everything's picked up out of the bathtub. I did get me a junk / garbage bucket. So this is what I'm going to have here to put junk in. Sometimes I end up not throwing things, but like things will get out in the way and I'm tripping over them. And it's just frustrating sometimes. So I've got that. I don't know if you can see it. I think you can see it a little further over there closer to the door, but I have a painter's cloth or painter's blanket laid on the floor here to kind of keep my mess to a minimum. And I've got it packed up against the door so dust and debris can't go under the door and get out in the bedroom. So the first thing I'm going to do is if I can adjust my camera, I'm going to pop I'm going to pop this trim off as far as I can get to it. This, that, and what's back here between the vanity and the shower. So let's jump on that. That should be a quick. Camera up and try to be careful. So right here you can kind of see where there is some old water damage. Now this has never leaked since we've been here, but you can obviously tell it's leaked at some point, and so I'm going to pay real close attention as I'm tearing all this out and repairing, building new stuff. I'm going to pay attention, because if anything's rotten or something out of the ordinary, I want to fix it now rather than just cover it back up. So that's something to look for. I'm kind of in the light, but you can kind of tell the colors are a little, you can see kind of up here where it's just kind of been a different color at some point. So that's probably leaked at some point over the years. So now that's done. Get back up here where I can see me. So now I'm going to pick all this stuff up, get it out. Well, this is about to get really messy. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to speed the video up just to run through it pretty quick, but I am going to try to make everything that I cut, all of this sheetrock and drywall, I want it to go in the tub. That way it's not out here on the floor. So I'm going to get to that. Maybe at fast speed, super speed, we'll see. Well, I have made the mess, but I've exposed all the screws and fasteners that hold this shower unit in. So what I've got to do now, I've got to try and clean up first and foremost, because I hate having a dirty workplace. So I'm gonna clean all this up, then I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna take all the screws out and get my Sawzall and my multi-tool, and I'm gonna start cutting this thing out. One bit of advice I will give before I start this is long strand fiberglass. Now, I've done body work on motorhomes over the last 10 years, and long strand fiberglass, you need to wear a mask, you need to have sleeves on and long pants, because if you don't, this will get on your skin, and you may be allergic to it, you may not, I don't even know if that's a thing. But this stuff will tear your body up. It'll itch, it'll be rashy. And so that's just a little bit of advice I'll give, because I've dealt with this stuff a little bit. So I'm gonna get things rearranged and cleaned up, and then we will get to the taking out part. The shower is out. What a mess. I found an absolute mouse house of total destruction under this. I even lost one little guy over here. Poor fella. Whew. I am tired. So what I've got to do now, I've got to clean up, and then we'll check out the progress from there. I've already seen one issue, but I want to get it cleaned up and see how deep it actually goes, and we'll move on. Well, the shower is out. Took, I think, 6 pieces I had to cut it into to get it out. It wasn't that bad. It's just messy working in a tight, cramped space like this. I had the window open, I had my respirator on, so I was trying not to breathe as much of it as I possibly could. So let's get in here and get a close-up. So you can see here, I knew we had kind of a leak here at some point, and I don't know if this was continually leaking or if they had repaired the leak and this is just what was left over. So before I'm done, all of this is going to be replaced, even clear back to the back over here, because you can tell it's had water damage at some point also, and that could have been from the vanity or something else, a commode. But all of this is going to have to be capped. That way I can actually work on the plumbing. I do not understand why the dryer vent and the gas line to the stove was run behind the shower. I get it, there was a little bit of room there. Let me turn that. So I understand there was some room here to run that, but I do not like to do things like that. For the very reason, this had lots of mouses, mice, meese, whatever you call them. There were, I think, 8 under here that had met their demise. They had drug in all kind of junk from outside. So that's why I don't like any exterior holes behind my bathtub. I like all of them to be sealed off. So when I redo this, the gas line, the dryer vent, it's going under the floor and out the house, because this, I'm not having this. But this was a mountain of a mouse house in here. Let me get the camera again. I'll show you. They had built tunnels in this foam insulation. You can see down here where they had been eating it for lunch. Here, eating it for lunch. A mouse house over here. So I know mice are going to get in your house. It's hard to stop them. And that's okay. But I'm going to be redoing all this. New shower, new washer and dryer unit. So we can get our Speed Queen set back over here. Now, with that being said, I think I have a splinter. With that being said, I'm going to shut this part down. So this will be part 1 of our series, the first part of the demolition, or demo. The second part will be demo 2, because I'll have to cap the plumbing, that kind of stuff, to where I can tear this wall out. So that'll be in part 2. If you've stuck with me, I appreciate your views, your comments, all engagement. I really appreciate it. So y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time.